welcome back to H&R Fam. If you guys haven't checked out our latest video with our exciting news, be sure to go check it out. I will leave it linked down below, but it is our live pregnancy test results, and I am super excited and super happy. I have my first doctor's appointment on Thursday, so that would be tomorrow when I am filming this, and I am super excited to see what is going on. I am a little bit nervous and concerned because it was like literally the day after I took that test, I ended up having some spotting. But that's a story for another time. I'm waiting to see my doctor on Thursday because that was what I was advised to do. And then I will go from there, and I will share that in a later video. But for today's video, I thought I'd share with you guys kind of how I went about telling my boyfriend that I'm pregnant, as well as my parents. So my parents do know. Ryan's parents, at this point in time of me filming this video, don't know yet, just because we want to surprise him with a cake, and we need a first ultrasound picture, of course, if we are, when we get that done. So we want to surprise them with a cake because we don't get to see them as often as my parents, so we want to surprise them in a different way than when I told my parents. So, starting off this video, I will share with you guys how I told Ryan, and it's kind of a funny story because he was gone at work when I did take the test, and I remember telling him that morning that I was going to take the test before he left for work, which I did, but I didn't look at it because I told him I would take it for first morning pee, which I filmed, so you guys have that reaction when I finally looked at it. And so I told him that I was taking it, but of course with his mind and stuff, he totally forgot, which was so funny. And the ritual for every day is for him to bring us home a coffee. So he gets a coffee, and I usually get like an iced coffee. So I sent him a text saying, don't forget to remember not to bring me an iced coffee in case the test is positive. And he totally forgot that I was taking a test. He says, oh, I totally forgot you were taking a test, but okay. And of course, when he got home, I told him, the test was positive. He's the one who didn't want to see the test because he kind of thinks he doesn't want to see something that I've peed on. But he is a guy who doesn't show emotion, and what I mean by emotion, it's hard to tell if he's really happy about something, scared about something, sad about something. It's very difficult to read him and understand, what is going on in his head. But he said, okay, that sounds good, and that's basically all the reaction I got from him. And now that he knows everything I eat is, are you sure that's okay to eat? Are you sure that's okay? And he is really happy. He's just a guy who doesn't show his emotions. And I did want to film his reaction, but I knew if I was filming and he knew, he would automatically know that of course it was positive. And I wanted it to be more of a surprise and not really a kind of, he already knew if I were to have the camera. I didn't want that, so I wanted it to be more of a surprise and him not knowing, just because I don't have any symptoms of being pregnant, and we really thought I wasn't, but it turns out I am, and I'm super excited. But that is exactly how I told my boyfriend. It was very simple. Basically, he got home, I just told him, okay, I took the test. He knew I took the test. Of course, he wanted to know right away. I told him, well, it's positive. There's no more iced coffees in my future. And that is exactly what happened. And again, he doesn't show much emotion. So basically, I was nervous after I told him because I was like, oh, well, we were trying to have a baby, but now did he kind of change his mind? Does he decide not that he doesn't want one? But that's totally not the case. He's really happy, and I know he hasn't been in any of the videos so far, but it's just so hard because he leaves at 5 in the morning to go to work, and by the time he gets home, it's basically time to eat supper and, get ready for bed to be up the next morning. So by the time I put the camera away, he's usually, he's just getting home, and I don't feel like I want to throw the camera in his face when he's just getting home from work and he wants to relax. So that is exactly how I told my boyfriend. Moving on to how I told my parents. My dad was the first to know, besides Ryan, of course. My dad was the first person to find out, and basically I was talking to him on the phone saying, hey, I'm coming to visit. I have an appointment Friday morning with my bank that I need to be doing. I said, but I'm coming down Thursday night. Ryan and I have a doctor's appointment, and I'll be spending the night so I can get up and go early because my parents live about an hour away. That's where my bank and everything is. And he says, well, what's an appointment for? And I said, well, I'll just tell you later. And he's like, why, are you pregnant? And he guessed it, and I wasn't going to say, no, I don't know. I wasn't going to lie to him. So that is exactly how my dad found out. He guessed it. He's happy that he's going to have his 5th grandchild. And not 5th from me, but this is my first baby, but he has 4 other grandchildren from my brother. So this will be his 5th grandbaby, and he's super excited to, he's getting to see his kids grow up and everything like that. I think with him at first it was a bit awkward because I'm his little girl and he didn't, he wasn't expecting it, and he just is going to be a little bit difficult to see his little girl, pregnant and stuff like that and going through and having her own baby, but that's probably expected. And but other than that, he's really excited and I'm really happy. I really wanted to tell him in person, but he just guessed it over the phone, and it was just, I wasn't gonna lie to him. So that's exactly how he found out. And moving on to how my mom found out, my mom and I kind of have a bit of a rocky relationship. My parents are still together, there's nothing wrong there, but my mom and I have a rocky relationship. And basically, when I go down there and stuff like that, I want to tell her in person as well, but I figured, well, since my dad knows, I'm just going to bite the bullet and say now. That's why they know I'm coming down for the doctor's appointment. So basically, I called her, and she was grocery shopping, and I said to her, okay, well, when you get out to your vehicle, call me and let me know when you're alone, because I don't want you to be near anybody else. I said, I have something to send you, but I don't want you to be near anybody else. So when she got in her vehicle, she called me and she says, okay, well, what are you sending me? And I said, well, it's just a joke. That's all he said. So she thinks that it's a joke or something coming through. She's not exactly sure what is happening. She has no clue. So basically what I did is I took a picture of my pregnancy test, and I said to her, okay, I sent it, but I want you to put me on speaker when you look at it. So I was sitting there waiting because it was downloading, of course, and I might mention my dad is the same as Ryan, doesn't really show emotion, so again, he's one hard to read. My mom, on the other hand, will show emotion 100%, if not over the top 120%. So basically, I'm sitting there patiently waiting. My heart, I can feel it pounding out of my chest, waiting for this picture to download onto her phone so she can see it. And as soon as it came through, she started to scream, and then she started to cry, and she said, are you serious? I'm so excited. And that was her reaction. She started crying because she's that one who gets super happy and she cries. I took after my dad's side of the family who doesn't show emotion, and, I'm glad, Ryan shows emotion, and I was surprised that when I did take my pregnancy test that I cried. I wasn't expecting it. I think it's because in my mind it was negative. It had to be negative because I have no symptoms. It's been weird, but, it's been surprising. But yeah, those are the reactions. Again, Ryan and my dad doesn't really show emotion. They're just kind of a very serious person. I mean, they laugh and they joke and stuff like that, but it's very hard when you tell them something, whether they're super happy, really nervous, or mad, or sad. But definitely Ryan was super excited. My dad is really excited, and, well, my mom is unquestionable because she literally was crying, and she was very excited, and she's very excited to be a grandmother again, and to actually a blood relative, because my brother's kids are her step-grandchildren, and because they're from my dad's first marriage. So it's just surreal that I'm pregnant again. I have no symptoms, like I have no vomiting, no, my breasts were a bit sore, but I just figured that was just coming off birth control, so I never really thought anything of it. I have nothing, no signs or symptoms. I feel just like a normal day of being, fine. Like, I have no symptoms, like nothing at all, besides, like I said, the breast soreness would be the only thing that would have triggered it. But again, it only lasted for so long, and then it just kind of eased off and went away, so I figured it was because of my birth control coming off of it. So I don't really know exactly how far along I am, but once I know, I will definitely be giving you guys an update. And be sure to check out my live pregnancy results video down below. It will be linked, as well as all of our social media, our Instagram and Twitter. It's only me who has social media because Ryan's not really into that. Yeah, don't forget to follow me along on, again, like I said, Instagram and Twitter for updates and stuff like that, as well as subscribe to this channel and like and, you know, follow along on our journey. I did post videos before going off birth control and that kind of thing, and now we're moving on to the next step of having a baby. Again, I'm a little bit concerned about the spotting, but, you know, it's been normal, and I was advised there's no point in rushing to the hospital. You might as well just wait and go see your doctor and talk to him about it. I'm hoping it's nothing serious. I mean, I have no pain with it or anything like that. That's why they're not concerned. But yeah, so I'm really excited, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and will stay tuned and follow along with the rest of our journey and our videos. And the support has been absolutely amazing on our video of the live pregnancy results. So I am just so thankful for you guys all, and I'll see you guys next time in our next video or vlog, because we do post vlogs. It's just not as often as like a sit-down video. So yeah, bye! Thank you guys so much. I love you.